Are you prepared for GST? Update your PAN. It's a part of GST and number. Learn how.
Now presently, if you see in the current regime, in many cases people do not take PAN, or they are not required to take PAN, and they operate without even a PAN. But let us very clearly understand that under GST, PAN will be mandatory for the business. Whenever you go for registration, PAN is a mandatory requirement, it is a prerequisite. Without a PAN, you cannot apply for registration under GST. And that is why also you might be aware that in Delhi VAT, in Maharashtra VAT, in other states also, it was made mandatory that you should furnish your PAN to the department, and that was probably they were preparing the ground for GST, as it were. And that is why they were asking for the PAN. And in Delhi we had DVAT 52, wherein the details of the PAN were taken. Similarly, other documents were being taken in other states also. Not only the business, even the owner's PAN is mandatory. PAN of the owners, the managing director, whole-time directors, even authorized signatories, if they are Indian, PAN is mandatory. What about foreigners? Even a foreigner could be an authorized signatory or a director of a company. In that case, passport number will suffice. But in other cases, in the case of Indian authorized signatories or directors or partners or sole proprietors, PAN is also mandatory. In some cases, we are aware that it is not mandatory for a business to take PAN, as in the case of individual sole proprietorships of some north and eastern states. Even in the case of government departments, everybody is filing tedious returns, and we are aware that in the case of government departments, TAN is mandatory, PAN is not mandatory. But here, let us remember that for GST, PAN is mandatory for everybody. Whether it is some proprietorship or individual of northeastern states or government departments, PAN is mandatory. So if you do not have a PAN, please take a PAN now, because it will be necessary for GST registration. Now talking in greater detail about the registered taxpayers presently who are registered and how the change will take place to the GST regime. As you can see, excise and custom, we have a 15-digit PAN based number. Similarly, in service tax, we have a 15-digit PAN based number. VAT, CST, they are 11-digit based on the base of state digit. As in the case of Delhi, we have 07 as the code. So all the states have different using their digits. Under GST, again there will be a 15-digit registration number, which is can be seen on the screen. What do all these digits on alphabets represent? Let us see. Let us see the structure of GST or GST registration number. As you can see, it is based on the state-based PAN of 15 digits. And if we further break it down, the 15 digits, what do these represent? Then we can see in the first and the second digit represent the state. As I said, 07 represents Delhi. Then third to 12th characters or the alphabets represent the PAN number, as you can see. The 13th digit is the entity code. Let's see in greater detail in the next slides. Delhi is 07, Maharashtra is 27, Tamil Nadu 33, and West Bengal 19. And if you wish to have a list of the complete states, you can have it on the screen. This has been taken from the 2011 census. The codes which were there in the 2011 census, that has been taken. But the surprising thing is that the department is using different fields or different reports or different censuses for different purposes. In the case of income tax, when you file tedious returns, the different codes are there for different states. Delhi there is 9, and other states are also different codes. So it would have been better if they had used the same thing but they have not, so there might be some confusion, and please remember and do not use the incorrect codes, but presently we are talking about just registration. This will be granted by the GST. So these after the 2 digits of the state comes the 10 digits and alphabets of the PAN number, as you can see. Next comes, now as we will see later on also in greater detail, that even within the state a person can have multiple registrations. And how will you be able to know about the same from the registration number? The 13 digit of GS10 will let you know how many registration the person has within the state. So in the example that you can see on the screen, the state code is there, the PAN number is there, which is the same in all these 3 cases. But the 13 digit is 1, 2, 3, which means that the person has taken first registration, second registration and third registration for a different business vertical. So here, and how many registrations we can take presently? Yes, 35, because first we will use 1 to 9 and then we will use A to Z. So presently 35 registrations for 35 different business verticals within the same stage can take place. Next 2 digits, 14 digit has been left blank. If you know the structure of various IT structures, etc., they keep some digits blank because it is for future use. In NSDL data structure, if also you see that some digits are blank for future use. Then the last digit is the 15th digit, which is the check digit. Again, it is for some computerized operations. You and I may not be too much concerned about that, but that is about some computerized operations. So that was the structure of GS10.
Hope you like the video. We are happy to inform you that WebTel, with its experience in software development, has now ventured into GST e-learning. With the help of panel of experts, we have kept these modules simple for better understanding of not only professionals like you, but also your own staff or staff of your clients who do not get access to learning but are the ones who have to do the actual work. Following are the major topics which we will take up under GST e-learning. Introduction of GST, registration, returns, supply, time of supply, place of supply, which will be very important, payment, refund, industry-wise analysis, and many more. Our panel of experts. WebTel GST e-learning. For subscription and free demo, contact us.